Hello. Hello friends. How's it going? Good afternoon. This is probably one of the earliest streams I've done in a long time. Hope everybody is doing well. How's it going? What time is it? It's 2 p.m. 2 p.m. hottest time of the day. Since the Vulcan Pro, I actually don't know. Don't remember, to be honest. It's been a while though since I've done a early stream. It's been quite some time. All right, so welcome everybody. You might notice some differences on the table, but here we are. Today we are going to build the Jane V2ME from Monokei and TGR. Let's see here. How do I do this? Can I do this like that? Okay. Hello, Keys. Hello, Windmeister. Hello. Welcome. First time to catch a stream. Yeah, I know. For those who are in the EU or in similar locations, it is a good chance for you to catch the stream today because, you know, it is early. Pop Smoke, hello. Mr. Cute, Rabbit, hello. Hinker, Malik, hello. Pop Smoke, oh yeah, you just said that. J. Reggie, hello. Also, Windmeister, thank you so much for the Prime sub. HMS 586, hello. ODM, hello. Futurebound, Juan, LFK. I questioned if this was a real notification. Now I have something to watch at work. That's good. Anyway, LFK says the YouTube comments of the Jane V2ME videos from Monokei made me mauled so hard. Why? I actually did not take a look at the comments, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Game time. Would you recommend a Mode Sonnet or JRIS 65 or anything else out now or soon? I do recommend the Sonnet. I do think the Sonnet is a pretty nice board personally. Like, I've tried a few now, including one that I tried here on stream, and then I tried a few. I tried like a couple at the NorCal meetup before, and then, you know. So yeah, the Sonnet is a pretty solid board. I don't know too much about the JRIS 65, so can't tell you much about it. But if you prefer, you know, one layout over the other, that probably is a deciding factor already. But yeah, I can't comment on the other board yet. Monokei uploaded very scuffed audio. What's in front of the camera mic? In front of the fancy recording setup. Oh, that's a bummer. So just an input problem. Mixer issues, I guess. Alright, so let's get started. So today, as we said, we are building this bad boy. I did show it last stream at the end of it. And as the build command says, we are building it with Cherry MX Browns, and I think I have some TX tabs here to use. So do that. And hold on, give me a second. I don't know why my phone's being unruly. Oh, there we go. Silent. All right. KLC switch dampeners, they good? From my experience with the KLC switch dampeners, they pretty much function the same purpose as the TX films, so no different from like TX or Keys, for example. So I just use them because they just work. You know, what they're supposed to do is just prevent housing movement, so that was fine with me, so yeah. So voting for black switches on Discord was rigged? What do you mean rigged? On my Discord server, there were more votes for MX Browns than for MX Black, so we did MX Browns. At least at the time that I saw the poll. after like, I don't know, like most of the day. All right, I'm actually gonna move this out of the way for a sec. All right. Eating a banh mi? I'm so jealous. I am jealous. All right, so Monokei sticker, spudger, O-ring, and bump-ons. Then in the pocket, we have our PCB. There is the original bag that was with the board, and that's it. Check now? Oh, too late now. Too late now. Pogert, hello. Rotem G10, hello. Welcome. Starfire Penguin, hello. Good morning. Oh, where are you located? Good morning. West Coast? GG? Yeah, GG. Alright, so here's our board. As you know, it comes in this one configuration, which is the silver. It's a silver anodized unit with a suave blue bottom. Comes with the polycarb plate by default, I believe. This is just a Monokei cloth that I just put on for now, but it'll come with, I think. Finally, I can watch your stream. Usually it's 4 AM when you stream. Yes, I know. For those in the EU, you must be ecstatic about it, because it is true that I tend to stream at night, my time, which ends up being in morning or early, like way too early, middle of the night, for those in the EU. Hope they do another release minus the F13, F12 release. Yeah, I don't know if it's in the plans, but maybe they will in the further future, I guess. Probably not in the near future just yet, but yeah, maybe later. Oh, Jampot, hello. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. All right, so it has this plastic wrap just for the weight. I'm just gonna remove it. And to show you, this is the bottom. Oh, I don't think it's focusing actually. Oh yeah, I was right. It's because the autofocus is off. So, all right, there we go. So there is our Jane V2ME. And as you can see, the very classic Jane engraving here at the polished steel weight. We have a USB-C port on the right side between the F13 and the print screen cluster. That's just my fingerprint, or sweaty hands rather. But yeah, that's the back plate. How many units were raffled? I believe like 200 is what people said. And then this is the top, just so you know. So you can see. TGR engraving on the right side. There's our plate here with a little cutout. And then the Monokei engraving is in the middle on the bottom side. So this board is still quite heavy. It is like 2 kilograms, which does translate to like 5 pounds-ish. So it is still kind of heavy. And that's like without, I think without even putting anything on the for the build. So it's still quite hefty. That said, the raffle did run this past, I guess, Sunday/Monday, and they are planning on doing more releases in the near future. This was an in-stock release. So yeah, you can expect to see more releases, probably in different colors, later on. I assume it will take a while, like as in like there would be several months, you know, maybe like there's like 2 releases a year or maybe 1 release a year, I don't know, because in stock is, you know, you have to, you know, purchase all these boards and have them all made and QC them beforehand. So it would take a little while before they run another one, but I mean, maybe they already have them on order, like we don't know that, right? But the idea is that these will be stocked a few more times. I don't know how many times, or I don't know if it's supposed to be like an in-stock kind of item all the time, or you know. So yeah, but the idea is that there will be like boards for everyone in a way, or at least more boards for people, since it's a very highly demanded kind of design. And well, nobody was really expecting a rerun kind of thing, or like a, you know, a rehash, so to speak. So this is pretty nice of Monokei and TGR, you'd see, to do that. Said on the Insta they're aiming for something like every 2 months. Wow, that's pretty ambitious, to be quite honest, but maybe it'll work out that way, who knows. JG Dubs would have entered if it had the weight. Ah, I see. Is the weight really such a deal breaker for people? I personally don't find it such a deal breaker, personally, but everybody has their own preference with regards to that. But I personally don't really think that the weight really matters that much. That's just me. Anyway, all right, so the back plate is attached here with magnets, okay? So as you can see, there are no exterior screws, which is pretty clean. And also not having extra screws here, well, just reducing the number of screws obviously makes it easier and not having to keep track of so many screws. And so to remove this back plate, we're going to use this spudger. As I'm looking here, it appears to be obvious which side you need to open it from. So if you look at the Monokei video, they open it from this right side, but you can also technically open it on the left side, but not quite. You actually have to check where the groove is. There's a small groove that allows you to insert the spudger through and lift the back plate. So like, let me see if I can show you that. Like it's so slight, but it's there. Let me see. Do you guys see that right there? You guys see a very, 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 very tiny groove? Gap. So that exists on this right side, but not on the left side. Meaning that there is an orientation for this, as in you can attach it either way, but it's going to be only on one side and not the other. It's also on this. So right now it's on this one side, but not on the other. So I was just looking and I was like, oh, I see now. It's a little neat detail, and the foot is indeed there for leverage. So that's why they suggest that you put the foot in for leverage. So basically you just insert the spudger here, right? And then, man, I actually want to use a different spudger, but I don't like these so much because these are kind of like very, very thin at the tip, but you can still use these. I prefer the ones I have from iFixit, but let me see. I just don't get great leverage with it, so I'm just gonna use a thicker one. I have a slightly thicker one, which is like this. You can get these from like Amazon for very cheap, but I do like slightly thicker spudgers, but it should work either way. There we go. Alright, there it is. Back plate removed.
Pog.
Pudsy, hello, how's it going? My gripe with the Jane is honestly no step caps on hot swap SMH. Oh, does that matter a lot? Oh, oops. I guess so. One of the little... These are friction fit, so they just fit right in. Okay, so looks like we have a Torx screw here. I'm not sure if it's T8 or T10. I'm gonna check. I think it's T8, but I'm gonna double check the T10 just in case. Oh, actually, I think it's T10. Okay, I think this is T10. So now we're just gonna remove the Toblerone weight. Yes, don't use a screwdriver. You'll probably scratch it because screwdrivers are not made out of aluminum, and this is an aluminum backplate, so you don't want to scratch that or make a dent on it. So yeah. Okay, then just carefully remove the back weight here, right? And then proceed to remove the screws. You skip work? No, I actually have work in the evening, so my schedule kind of flipped today. So I'm actually gonna be doing work right after this too. I did some work in the morning, and then I'm going to work later in the evening. So yeah. Would you say it's noticeably lighter without the internal weight? I mean, it is lighter, yeah. But it's still heavy enough for a TKL in my opinion. So I personally would not be fazed much by the lack of the weight, personally. Yeah. Alright, so remove all the screws. And then you go ahead and take out the bottom part here. As you can see, this is similar to the JMV2C in that you can use an O-ring. It has the pillars for O-ring usage, and yeah, so it has a Monokei engraving here in the middle. I guess technically you can even use one of those JMV2 back plates because it does have screw holes for them, but the magnets are there too. All right, so interesting. Okay, so here's our top piece. It has alignment pins and of course 4 screws at the top and 3 at the bottom. It's a polycarb plate. Here on the side of the aero cluster, we have this small, very small little piece that's engraved TGR. Let me see if I can show it to you better. I could probably remove it. But this just looks like a plastic, like maybe palm piece that's engraved. But it has a little badge here. Oh my lord. Okay, there you go. It's hard to see, but it's engraved. It's just a reflection. Yeah. Little badge there. All right. Wait, actually I think these are T6. T8. T8. Right, then remove our our plate screws. So I'm kind of torn on whether I want to do O-ring today or top mount. Kind of torn. Yeah, I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do. Either or, but I'm not sure yet. All right, remove the plate, polycarb plate. You can just put this back for now. Alright, next thing we should just do is take a look at the PCB. How many other boards will have the same badge in the design next week? Next week? What do you mean next? Oh! I see. Who knows, Juan? Alright, board is working. And now, let's open up VIA here. Okay, lighting, let's just turn it all off, I think. I don't know what this light is. Why is this light on? Oh, there we go. Okay, just needed to turn it on, turn it back off. Alright. Let's just test it out here. I need one of these guys. Diego, how are you liking the Hebe tray? Oh, it's so cute, dude. J Reggie, this is like the cutest thing ever. I mean, I'm just gonna separate the screws here. But this is like the cutest screw tray. I mean, or parts tray or whatever you wanna, you know, call it. But it's so cute. It's adorable, man. Yeah. Yeah, let me show you. Hebe tray, super cute. Enamel infilled and everything. It is adorable. Absolutely adorable. Love it. It comes with a base here that it has a 3M backing, so you can attach a silicone base to it. But yeah, it's super cute. It says Hebe at the bottom too. It's the cutest thing. Oh, actually it says Hebe and Lunar New Year 2022 here. Yeah. Yeah, super cute though. Will Jane resale price going to tank now? Probably not, I think. Valley, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Appreciate it. Bought one too, couldn't help it. I was born in the year of Tiger. Oh, I see. Fun fact. Now we all know your age, GG. Because based on the demographic of the hobby, you could probably guess people's ages in general. Yeah, don't get me in trouble, okay, J Reggie. Alright, everything's good here. Unplug. And close that. Alright, let's get started with the stabs. Stabs. Switches. Diego, have you tried MX Blue housing with MX Brown stem? Pretty nice. Is it just like slightly more improved tactility because of the leaf on the blue? Imagine having your account banned because of a joke. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure that if you accidentally say that and then someone's like, oh really? And then they could probably get you banned, yeah. Because it's like against TOS. People used to actually bait that and mass report. Oh no. Super slight difference, not much more tactile than Browns, but still nice. Yeah, actually that kind of nice. Although for me, poker, like the spring weight alone already makes a difference for me. Like the, you know, if you like increase the spring weight a bit, like it already feels a bit more pronounced. It's kind of nice that way for me too. Okay, can we get retool clears? Actually though, that would be nice. I can only dream. Yeah. I actually don't know why they wouldn't, but I mean, it is an expense. A big one, I guess, and no one's really complaining. Other than us. To be honest, they should just roll with a lighter spring and just rebrand Ergo, like, clears as essentially Ergo clears out of the box, right? That's my thought, but, you know. Doubt they would do it. And by they, I mean Cherry. They've been abandoned for OEM space already, I think? Yeah. I feel like it's like long gone. Oh great, alarm's going off today. I don't know why. It's pretty frequent. Beep. Yep. New York for you, in a nutshell. If it's bothering you, I can turn on the noise filter. There. Should be better. Sorry, that was my car. Long Island gang. I'm actually in Manhattan, but yeah. Honk if you're hungry. Honk. I am a little. I did eat lunch though, but do feel like I could eat a little more. Had a rice bowl with chicken, egg, cabbage, and some other veggies, I think. Can't afford to live in Manhattan? Yeah, I mean, I live with I do have like roommates, and also I do live like way further up, like out, like, you know, towards like cheaper neighborhoods in general. So it's more affordable, better bang for the buck rather. Like especially with the housing layouts, like apartment layouts, they get much better the further away you go from Midtown. But I would not even want to live like Midtown or downtown anyway. Oh, I'm talking about no honks over here? Oh, that is nice. Midtown too busy? Yeah, Midtown's too busy. Midtown's good to walk around in, but yeah, I wouldn't live there. Honestly, the best part of the city is like Upper West Side, in my opinion. Upper West Side is probably the best part of the city. Most residential, a lot of families, restaurants, bars, not too far from the rest of the city, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty reliable overall. I'll be in Manhattan next week. Can I get a name drop for a taco truck or two? Oh, if you want trucks, you gotta go out to like Brooklyn or Queens. But if you but there are some like birria taco trucks in the city as well that I've seen. There's one that's like parked near Midtown, and I think one near like, or one like not Midtown, more like closer to like K-Town area, and then there's one that's closer to like the Rockefeller Center area. But there is a taco truck near my place if you are if you're come up all the way up, but they only also work at nights, so it's kind of inconvenient. I mean, of course, there's like Los Tacos #1, which is like more of an establishment now, which is pretty decent. Tacos Lupita, very good. All I have is sheep noises. That's not too bad. I do feel like if you're visiting from like Southwest US or something, looking for tacos in New York is kind of like, huh, you probably got it better out there in terms of price, bang for the buck, rather. Los tacos too expensive? Yeah, for sure. But that goes for most. I've noticed that most taco trucks have raised their prices quite a bit. Like the one I used to go to here, around here, where I live, they recently raised their prices to like $4 per taco, which is getting more expensive. So, yeah, they used to be like $2.50, but now it's like $4. So. They got some stupid price tacos here if you go to the wrong place. Yeah, I mean, no surprise there. Give me some chicken cutlets or brats. Yeah, I mean, you could always go to like delis in general too, bodegas. Four per taco in New York City is pretty cheap. Yeah, compared to other places. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen much more expensive ones. But yeah, it definitely is. It's too bad. I mean, I cannot associate tacos with being an expensive kind of food, or like a food that exceeds, you know, like $15 for a filling amount of tacos. So it's just too bad. Like, I cannot bring myself to go buy tacos when they're expensive, because it's just not an association that I can easily make. For me, I associate tacos with being like accessible, cheap, and filling. So, yeah. Hello, Diego in chat. Extra Prius, hello. Isn't it dirt cheap in Mexico? For sure. Well, I mean, it's also relative to the cost of living, right? So, and income. So yeah. So it is dirt cheap compared to US, but that's because the currency is different. So the relative income is different already. But yeah, it is cheaper. Of course it is. Like if you quantify it in dollars, it's going to be a lot cheaper, yes. Daniel, hola. Espero que estés bien. Estoy bien. Todo bien. Tranquilo. Ocupado, pero bien. You watch a taco docuseries on Netflix? No, I did not actually. Someone told me about it. I've seen snippets that people have like clipped and sent or like posted about. Yeah, I've seen snippets of it. But no, I haven't sat down to watch anything. Is it much lighter without the internal weight? I would say not that much. I mean, the steel weight is still there, which is quite hefty. People said it's only like, what is that? A few hundred grams? Less than the, or about pretty close to the JMV2 CE, right? So yeah, I don't think you're missing out on much for not having an internal weight. That's my take on it. I personally don't really mind it being lighter. You need to consider that even without brass, there is still alloy material in the plate, so it is just density difference. Yeah, exactly. It is just a density difference for sure. Was the weight that massive to begin with? Not humongous, no. I mean, it did span like a good chunk of the board, but yeah. It was not like the entire plane of the board. I mean, I can bring out I have the JV2 and the JV2C, and we can weigh them if you want after we finish the builds. Yeah, the JMV2 CE has basically internal weight, but the JMV2 regular, the regular JMV2 is a through weight. So it's just showing you the part that's in the middle of the back plate, and the rest is on the inside. So it is a little bit bigger. But yeah, I can weigh the difference in a bit. The JMV2 is definitely hefty. I think the more valid comparison of this board is comparing it to the JMV2 CE, which shares the same layout and has a lot of similar features. Alright, the honking went away earlier, so I'm just switching it back to the mic. Did it come with stabs? No. The kit that is being sent by Monokei will come with keycaps though. It will come with the Series 1 white and black keycaps, which are PVT double shot keycaps. But no, I don't think it comes with stabs. The keycaps it comes with are nice. Yeah, I actually took my Series 1 keycaps to work. They type very nicely. Honestly, in general use, like whatever people were concerned with is of absolutely no concern. Had no issues whatsoever with them. Rue, hello. You in between class or something? What's supposed to be wrong with Monokei caps? I think the first iteration, some people were saying that they would like scratch easily because the PVT texture was a little bit like a certain way that kind of like you know like when gunk kind of gets like stuck on like certain textured objects. It was kind of like the same thing. Like if you like it kind of like, you know, if you pass like your fingernail or something, like you could see like the little mark, but you could remove it. You could like wipe it off. But then they revised the texture. So they revised the texture for their production. So it pretty much doesn't have that anymore. But yeah, people are kind of like, oh yeah, like what if the texture is just like not right or something. But I like the texture on the caps. It's pretty much if you've tried like Leopold boards come with PVT double shot keycaps as well, and they're super nice. So it's a very, very similar feeling. Lunch and dining hall with laptop. Oh, nice. That's sounds like college. I used to do that all the time. Always doing something while eating, which is not great, to be honest. Try to protect my meal times as much as possible. No work while eating, ideally. Leopold caps are worth the price of the keyboard these days? Huh. Really no. Yeah, no, they really are so nice, the Leopold stuff. If they're like Leopold, that's a W. Yeah, no, they really are very, very nice. Like the texture and the double shot quality is pretty much the same. This is really solid. Be curious, they're both made in Taiwan, not China? I don't know. I don't know the details on that. To be honest, it wouldn't really matter where it's made. It would be more of a matter of whether it's made in the same place, right? Because it doesn't really matter where that facility is located, but yeah. Hello, I am here to talk smack on the JME so I can indirectly lower its aftermarket value so I can get one for retail. Thank you. Oh, lols. I'm a total derp to this. How do you find if it's a 1.2T or 1.6T ordering stabs for this and then that thing came up? So you can assume that all PCBs are 1.6mm unless stated otherwise. 1.6mm is the standard thickness for the PCB. So you can assume everything is 1.6 unless stated otherwise. Same goes with switch plates. Switch plates are 1.5mm thick for MX. So plates will also be 1.5mm thick unless stated otherwise. Maybe they went for the same factory. It is just speculation. Yeah, maybe. It could also be that the place that does the Leopold caps, maybe like it you know, they outsource as well. It says like made in Taiwan, maybe because that's where the assembly happens. But who knows? Nobody knows really. When it comes to manufacturing, yeah, unless you know the source exactly, it's kind of hard to track it all down. The only maker that doesn't tell you they use 1.2mm PCBs is Matrix. So if you use a Matrix, high chances of 1.2mm PCB. Oh, is that so? I actually don't remember. I don't have many Matrix boards. Well, I mean, I have 2 now, but I didn't know that was like the norm. Actually, huh? Maybe I built mine wrong then. I don't remember using shims. Most number series are 1.2. Others might be 1.6. You should hire a guy called Thunder Keywords and have him follow you around. That would be funny. Holy, stream early AF today? Yeah, my schedule's flipped right now. I have like work stuff going on later today, and like I'm like free right now, so I'm like doing it now instead of later. It was otherwise going to be not today, so I figured I might just do it today. Are Missile double shots the same as Leopold? I have noticed they have similar font and style to their mods. I have no idea. I don't have any Missile Rocco boards or whatever, so I am not aware. Would have to see it in person, maybe. But I mean, if you say it's similar, I mean, there could be a chance they are for the same place, but who knows? Lagu Bear, hello. How's it going? Let me get a little refill for my tea. How Deathmatch so good? Still waiting for mine to ship with the cabs. Got it. Let's hope today's MX Browns are good. These are... I got these from Swagkeys, so I don't know how they are. We'll see. I heard that Swagkeys MX Browns are like hit miss, I guess. We'll see, we'll see. Oh wow, Drew is here. What's up? I want to live in a world where Cherry has consistency in batches. Oh my fucking god. It's the same car too. What the fuck? Either their alarm is super sensitive and it sucks, or I don't know, someone's really trying to break into it, or they're doing something, maybe like washing. I don't know what the heck is going on. Imagine big company retooling their shit. Yeah, imagine. Imagine they think about doing it because they go through so many switches and so many so much tooling that they would actually refresh every once in a while, huh? Right? Imagine. Actually, it would be more understandable for a smaller company that maybe doesn't produce as much. That, I mean, is producing at quantity, but like like their tool maybe has become old over time, but they can't refresh it because it doesn't warrant it just yet. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Does this come with a keyboard case? Yes, it does. Alright, I have to test my stabs. Oops. Current Geon switches are Texy. Oh, finally, they shut up. It's right on time for stab testing. They knew. They knew we were gonna test stab, so they shut up. Easy. Sounds fine. Alright. Stabs sound fine. Any difference between ME and CE? The primary difference is obviously, I mean, there's color, and then it's going to be that the CE comes with a carbon fiber backplate instead of aluminum, and it has an internal weight near the alphas, but the ME doesn't. TX stabs? Yeah, TX stabs. Aren't MX rounds really bad, or is it just a meme? It's kind of a meme in the sense that, what does ME stand for? Probably Monokei edition. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so MX Browns, they're like poorly regarded in the general community when there's stock, especially because it is true that stock MX Browns kind of suck. But once like you modify them and like you put them in like custom builds that you think are gonna, you know, be good in and stuff, a lot of people try them and they enjoy it, and some people just embrace the bit of the scratchiness kind of and like, you know, sound that they have, like the particular like characteristic sound that they have. People kind of embrace that, and it can be very enjoyable. I mean, so like, I mean, a lot of the enjoyment of the MX Brown is like that, like very light tactility that it has, right? Like me with MX Reds, yeah. So for me, I don't really care what color or whatever the switch is, like the MX linear switch, right? Because at the end of the day, as long as it's like smooth, it's fine. And also, you know, when you're doing a custom build and you're modifying your switches and stuff, you can change the spring. So like cherry springs tend to be pretty bad. Like cherry MX springs are honestly not great. They just like sound bad in the housing, pretty much. So I always spring swap. Like spring swapping is like the #1 thing. Spring swap and lube. I like the red stems for the color. Yeah, same. I do like MX red, the red color of the stems as well. It's a nice vivid red. Most people spring swap MX Blacks too. Yeah, MX Black default springs are way too heavy for me. So that's a must swap in my case. Blacks are just classic. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, for sure. I mean, there definitely is a historical factor to it, in the sense that MX Blacks have been around for longer. And it is what a lot of people have used, like, you know, either when you also harvest from like other keyboards, vintage, whatever, you know. It also kind of stems from there, so yeah, it's all related in that sense. Which springs do you use when swapping? I like using TX springs a lot. The one that Makibo sells, TX springs, very nice. I've also used like some of the other springs. Like I've used like Gateron springs, and I've also tried like some of the like gold springs that people sell. Like Prime KB sells like a bunch of springs too. I've used those and they've been fine. Pretty much whatever is like, you know, if you try a spring, like whatever, like after you maybe like you can like back lube the springs as well. Like you just put some oil. I use like Victorinox oil, or you can use like Krytox 105 or something similar like that. And you can just shake them in a bag or a tub or whatever. After you do that, like if the spring doesn't like have like this crunching or pinging kind of sound, then it's fine, honestly. But there are a lot of springs that are okay, like pretty good. Super Lube 5104, yeah, I guess that could work too. I actually don't know which one that is, but yeah. BTFE oil makes sense. You know, I'm here looking at the Monokei M88 PCB, the one by Kopibang. I actually might make a suggestion to Kopibang to add a LED slot for the F13 key, because I do like having that like flickering LED key thing on the F13, which looks pretty nice, pretty cool. It has a scroll lock indicator as well as a caps lock indicator, but it doesn't have like backlight for anything else. So I might actually suggest that to Kopibang. I think that would be kind of nice. Just like one single LED slot, like just one more for the backlight. Actually, it might as well do escape and F13, but yeah, I think it's kind of nice. I would recommend him to remove the F13 altogether. I believe Kopibang already has a PCB that's probably a regular TKO. I haven't checked, but yeah. Yes, I see. All right. Okay, can't believe I was almost about to miss this. What's up, Reach? I do wish I had more F12 boards. My only F12 is a Real Force. Oh, Real Force nice though. I love my Real Force. But yeah, I do like F12 aesthetic wise over F13. Mostly just a matter of the spacing. I like the spacing a little bit more. But yeah, it's definitely relative. Some people like one or some people like the other. All right, so now turn on the fan here, smoke absorber, just to safety, and I turn on the noise filter. Alright, let's get started with the soldering here. Oh, hello, Mr. Harsha. Thank you so much for the 14 months. How you doing? How are you enjoying the Juvie? I saw that you finally got and built yours. Saw the pictures. Every single TGR release is F13. We rarely see F12 now. Yeah, that is, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say every single, but definitely, much larger proportion of F13, I would say. Like the Angle, for example, still had F12, and there are still F12 boards out there. The Dodgy Ultra Quattro was F12. The Bias V2 was also F12. There are F12 boards. It's more so that we definitely see a larger proportion of F13 boards now. Andromeda, yeah, F284, yeah, there's a good number of them. Ebbs and flows, yeah. When too much of one, then you see it shift. Yeah, all the time. I mean, it's kind of like it all repeats itself, right? Like people are like, oh my god, Cherry makes some god run bad, and then come back to it, or it's like Toper bad. I'm gonna sell my HKB, and then they're like, oh my god, I miss my HKB. I'm gonna get one again. And then same with Real Force, you know, like people do this all the time, where it's like they get sick of the status quo, or they kind of like sick of the, you know, the constancy of something, and they switch over and then realize that that constancy is something that they actually did enjoy, even though they didn't admit to that. But it happens all the time. I feel like the stack their wallets in funny ways, yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, gotta try these new screw-in stabs, and then eventually now it's like, oh yeah, clip-in's great, you know? That stuff. It's just one of those interesting things. It's a very trend-oriented thing, as Quaken says. Yeah. IU was also F12? Yeah, it was. Limited Switch works, hello, how's it going? Alright, so, let's just go through... Oh, I didn't realize the music stopped. Or did it? Actually, I can't hear it. Oh, no, it's just because I can't hear it. Well, let's go through, some thank yous. First of all, I do want to send out a big thank you. I know they're probably sleeping right now, but big thank you to Monokei. Folks over at Monokei, Caleb, Carrie, and a lot of their staff. They always have been super helpful to me, and just very nice. They've always been kind to reach out for me to build these boards and whatnot. So, you know, big thank you to Monokei for sending out this board, of course, and other times when they've been super helpful. And of course to Yutzi Sam, who also agreed to send out a board for me to build. And of course we're, you know, I think we should be grateful that the fact that we can see a design like this come back and run like this. I mean, because typically a lot of designers don't repeat their own designs. That's actually, like, I think there is a misconception about I think people misconstrue the idea of design. And I personally think that if I were a designer, if I were a creator of some sort, right, I wouldn't want to repeat the same thing over and over again. And so I think people misconstrue the fact that, like, you know, just because one thing ran in a smaller quantity the first time means that it has to run again, but this time in a larger quantity, and like it has to be like, you know, there has to be provision for everyone. But I don't really believe in that. I think it's not because people are trying to gatekeep something. You know, designers are not trying to gatekeep something. Designers just want to move on too. You know, they want to move on to something that they're excited about, something else. And so sometimes, like, doing a small run is all it takes for them to feel satisfied about that design, and they want to move on to the next thing. So I do think it is important to kind of appreciate when we get things like re-releases or round 2s or whatever, round 3s, doesn't matter, right? Because it doesn't always mean that you know, it's a cash grab or whatever. You know, it's meant to be there because, you know, maybe they listen to people and they wanted to, you know, bring it to people's hands. I mean, yes, of course, it's like, I mean, like, sure, someone making profit or, you know, like selling something as a product, that's normal because, well, someone gotta put food on the table, you know, like these are businesses, like they're working for themselves too. So that's normal. But I think as far as individuals and designers are concerned, I think it is very, very important to consider that you know, these kinds of things don't always come back, but when they do, it's nice to see. So I personally am pretty happy to see it return, and the fact that they'll do in-stock units, like it's honestly such a huge undertaking. So yeah, anyway, big shout out to Monokei for that, and GR Sam as well. I wonder what next things Sam has on the plate. He has a lot of collabs going. I mean, he has the Heritage collab going, the Lena collab going, the Dolus was recent, but that's finishing up soon. But I mean, yeah, there's all these collabs going on, and so those are all projects that are new, relatively. And I know that Sam is also busy on his personal life, so that probably takes a bigger precedence. So yeah, it is not like a, you know, full-time job business for him, for example. So it's just something that he does as a hobby and to make something that he enjoys doing. So I'm sure that is more of a personal thing, but and I'm in no right to really share any more details. So but yeah, I would say that there are a lot of projects going on here and there. You might hear it through the grapevine, but yeah. Alright, heart is ephemeral? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it doesn't always happen again. Alright, so moving on, I do want to mention some of my sponsors. I mean, just a quick shout out to all the sponsors who support my work. Just to kind of give you the quick short list, there is Agile Shop in Canada, in Toronto. There is, they do like desk mats and switches and accessories, etc. There's CBB Planet, who does custom plates, as well as proxying a lot of McLovin's PCB designs. They also have these cute bongo trays that you might have seen on my stream many times. There's also Keys, who recently just dropped their brutal V2 65 along with the AO3, and they're going to be running a lot of other boards soon. They're also running the Moment 60, the Moment 60 by JGW. I actually will be building a prototype for that, so stay tuned for that later on, probably next week if I have the chance, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I will be building a prototype for the Moment, so you'll get to see that. I know other streamers are also building the Moment, so yeah, that's happening on Keys though, and other vendors pretty soon. Sorry, tapped on my water. Can't wait for the Moment. Where's info on the Lena and Heritage? So the Lena is going to run through KLC, and the Heritage, I believe, is a collaboration with is it Keynergy? It's a Korean maker. I think that you have to go to a Discord server. I have access to it, so unfortunately I can't really give you any more info, but yeah. Energy, yeah, thank you. Alright, next up, I mean, there's also Kinetic Labs. They also have Keycap sets, like the Polycap series. They have desk mats, lube, switches, etc. They are in New Jersey, the United States. There's Novelkeys. Novelkeys just recently teased out their Ghostbustin' Keycap set. And I actually got a sample of it, so I can show you guys later in the stream. But you can take a look at the Ghostbustin' set. I actually got a sample for those. But yeah, they're teasing the new Ghostbustin' set. I think they're also gonna be doing the GMK Fright Club soon in the month of October. Basically as like almost like a Halloween celebration. Then there's Omnitype. They have in stock GMK sets, desk pads, accessories. You know, they have the keyboard bags as well. There is Prime KB, where I buy a lot of my Durox staffs, alpacas, and so on. Desk keys, accessories, etc. Project keyboard. I haven't seen any new projects, but I saw that they recently put up their Elongate keyboard up. The extras for that, which that one ran a while ago, but it seems like it's finally fulfilled. So yeah. And they also have pre-orders for some sets that haven't yet delivered, but they should be in the production line. Then, of course, there's our Belgian friend and CNC machinist, Salvin, who is currently working hard in getting the salvations done, and recently just had the Juby done. But pretty excited to see a lot of salvations out there. He's working very hard in prepping all that. Recently, also, Salvin just shipped out the Salvin Cult collaboration for the brass keycaps, so those should be out pretty soon from Key Cult if you order from the US, and from Salvin if you order from the EU. And then Space Cables, who is currently doing fulfillment on the Rutech Bergen, which actually I heard that the machining already finished, and they're already working on fulfillment of the Bergen very soon. They also have MW Retrolights. It's a beige key set from Milky Way. They also do regular cyberboard sales. They also have desk mats, of course, custom cables, and so on for key set matches. And I believe Space is also bringing back the Stellar 65 and Stellar 12 macro pack pretty soon, so you can stay tuned for that. That will be soon too, and I think they're bringing back they're bringing a new colorway for their acrylic pieces, which I think is going to be like a frosted black, which is pretty neat. Looks like I bent the pin, so I have to fix that. So Salvation, yeah, so Salvation has a large chunk of it done, and also a large chunk of it that's just going through anodizing and QC and stuff. Because there are like, I actually don't remember how many units there are for Salvation, but I think it's probably like several, like multiple thousand, like a couple thousand boards at least. So I imagine that's a pretty slow and bottlenecked process. But yeah, I saw if you go look at the Salvin IG stories, he has like tons of pallets with already boards that are like done and stuff. Like they don't want to ship all out, I mean like partially out, because that's a big expense too, because you have to ship multiple times. But more importantly, they're trying to complete things for each
Good
proxy
day.
and then
Whoa,
shipping those
super
out.
early stream.
Yeah, Peaches, hello. 28 months. Yeah, super early stream indeed. Yeah, just my schedule's flipped today, so that's why. How come it seems like the same people win all the raffles? I don't know. I mean, I don't think I would know that because I don't organize the raffle systems, but that's probably something that you can maybe, you know, bring up to the people who organize raffles, but I don't know. All right, where's the Via thing here? Via. It's a skill issue. I mean, I do think that there are people who also win like out of the blue and stuff. So I don't know if that's just like limited sample size kind of thing, but I do see quite a few people winning in general. So and that goes with people who like enter for the first time or enter for the nth time really. But I do think it's a bit of a gambler's fallacy where certain you know, like raffles, like the chances are just low. Like for example, like for the I heard that for the V2ME, the announcement said something like what 5,000 entries or something like that, which is pretty crazy. Life is unfair, that's why. Well, yeah, I don't ever recall life being fair. That is also kind of true, but I think RNG is probably the fairest way to do it. But yeah, all right, everything works there. Sounds rigged, huh? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Did I miss anything here? Found the Discord link on the old Keycaps. Excited for Lena, Toblerone Foot 2 OP. Yeah, the Toblerone Foot is pretty funny. I find that like funny and cool in a way. So I'm kind of excited to see what the Lena one is gonna look like once that's like done, you know. Oogtug asked me, will you build a S2000 Mini? Not I'm aware. If I will be building one, I certainly have not been hit up by like engineering or whoever else. So no. Wow, building a main, why would you ruin your own Jane prize? What's up, Finkeys? How you doing? Some people just too lucky like Quappa. Quappa's so lucky. Quappa actually so lucky. Would you consider this keyword a Jane or something lower? Yeah, of course it's a Jane. What do you mean this is not a Jane? This is a Jane. People who say like something like this, like not a real TGR or Tomo's not a real TGR or whatever, it's like, I don't know if that's coping, but it kind of sounds like it. Because it's not like the CAD design isn't being done by literally the same person who designed all those other boards. So like, you know what I mean? Like the CAD, the CAD work is being done by exactly the same person. All of it from the ground up. Like the vendors aren't even touching a CAD software at all. So you know, it's I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, like if you're thinking vendors are the designers, well like no, the designer is the person who's doing the actual design, which is the work that's involved in the CAD and like, you know, like measuring out stuff and putting elements of their own liking, you know. Also, Hoodro, hello, how's it going? This is not a Jane, too many screws. Yeah, imagine. Magnet equals no TGR. First time joining the stream. I like how chill your stream is. Thank you. Broken Myth, welcome. We'll definitely come by here more. Much love. Much love to you too. Thank you. It's not like a Jane V2 or Jane V2C. Oh, I mean, yeah, different name. Yeah, anyway. But the Anno and QZ, I actually think the Anno this is better than my Jane V2s. Because my Jane V2 honestly has like problems like mismatch and streaking and other things, you know. So yeah, designer's calling a Jane, you know better than designer. Yeah. Hey Youngie, oh Ellie, hello. Thank you so much for the sub. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying the city. I see Cherry Mix Brown. I hit follow. Sigure knows. Let's go. Anyway. Does Sam from TGR do the QC for V2ME? I don't know. They are pretty close by. I mean, I believe Sam is in Malaysia and Monokei in Singapore, you know that Malaysia and Singapore are awfully close to each other, right? It's literally like, how long is the flight? Like less than an hour, probably. It's very close, right across, from the peninsula. But yeah, maybe Sam also does the QC and you just don't know about it because it's not like they're putting blog posts out there of who's doing the QC. But yeah. All right. Should we do a poll? Do we want this mounted O-ring or do we want it top mount, or am I just doing both? Why does it have a Monokei logo if the vendor had no say? I mean, the vendor. Don't make my bet. I don't understand. The vendor is doing all the logistics, so they do have a piece of the pie. You know, they're also making money from selling because they're also the ones buying and putting the money in. The designer is the one doing the, you know, CAD work, right? They make files. The files are sent to the vendor, who proceeds to interact with manufacturers to have something made. And then after the manufacturer has something made, it comes to the vendor, and the vendor organizes all the logistics. So they're doing a lot of work too. So why would their logo not be on there if they're doing so much work too? You know what I mean? Anyway. Alright, let's try top mount first, and we can try O-ring later. Let's see, which screws are these? Yeah. Right? T8. Please don't talk about much rubbish. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe business talk is too much. But you know what I mean? Like it's a complex process where there are many different interacting parties, and each party will get some credit for it because they deserve it. Designers, you know, I mean, okay, this is like a designer working for, or a freelance designer working for, let's say they do contract work for Apple, okay? Their name is on the design, but the company is the one who's making the contract. I mean, who's forming a contract and distributing and making all that. So, and they're the one commissioning the designer. So in a similar way, that is also going to be, you know, have the logo of that company, right? But anyway, we'll probably keep the convo up to that point. Maybe people will appreciate a vendor more when they join the scuff GB or have basement vendor mess up something, which exactly is why we have vendors in the community, Drifty. Like, this is exactly why we have vendors in the community, because there have been accountability issues. Hello. There are some people who are still out there, and you know, there is basically zero recourse. You cannot get a refund. Okay, there are some keyboards, some people out there who are affected by certain group buys that will never fulfill, probably because some basement vendor also decided to, you know, away. And this is I mean, or not, you know, basement vendor meaning like, you know, some individual in particular. But alas. You probably know what I'm trying to say. Ice cream vendor, yeah, exactly. I missed it all because ad break. No worries, I'll repeat it. Drifty. I mean, I was saying that you're exactly right though. This is why we have vendors, because of accountability issues. And accountability and, you know, liability, basically, right? Like basement vendors, certain basement vendors or basement individuals on Keycaps who have run away with money too, you know, and not fulfilled. Can I interest you in a Korean keyboard? Can I interest you in some wooden cases? Maybe my enterprise is called Wood Keys, and I make certain keyboards of a certain layout too, and I also make wooden cases for big switches, and yeah. Anyway, there are many names to name here. What's a Rukia? Thank you so much. JJW wins keyboard trivia for 1,000 points. How about a Cooper cable to go with your wooden keyboard? Yeah, I heard we make Osu pads, boy! And I'm also a professional pianist and yeah, marine biologist, course owner, etc. Alright, I'll stop there. Alright. Would anyone like a Lee springboard made in Ukraine? Oh my god. Ukraine or Italy? Oh man. Let's be honest, if it weren't for some of those projects, people wouldn't stay in the hobby. People, things would be going too well for the majority of drama lovers. I mean, that's true. That is also true. Alright, where's my backplate? Alright, so just to kind of show you the backplate, it has all these magnets, right? But as I said, it has this groove here. So you can choose which side you want this groove on. So this groove is to help you lift the backplate with the spudger. So it has it on one side but not on the other. So you can pick whichever side. You can do it this way or this way. It doesn't matter really. But like this time maybe I'll just put it on this side because you know I just decided to. I just put it on right there. Alright folks, here we have our board done. Okay, I'm gonna give you two choices guys. I made the executive choice to pick out a key set. Unfortunately for you, the two choices are both beige in a way. I'll give you the choice between two. Number one is beige with accents. And number two is beige with some sub-legends, I guess. Some, not many. It's a little cleaner. I'm trying not to hint it so that you guys just pick one. So I should just pull here. Or should I just type it with a... I should just type it on stems right now. I'm too lazy to go with the other board now. Hole. Just pick one color, two plain with flare keys. All right. They're both ABS. They're both ABS. Okay, to be specific, they're both OG Cherry. I'm just kind of torn which one to use. That's all. So I'm just gonna go with whatever you guys choose. Hey Pro Gaming, hello. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing all right. Thank you so much for asking, or for saying that, rather. Does it sound thocky when typing only on stems? I think my table sounds kind of thocky, but that's about it. All right, I'm just gonna put the O-ring here just so I can show you that there's no O-ring on right now, so you know. Alright, the second choice is the big one. Okay, sounds good. Alright, here's the reveal. The choice of keycaps that I'm gonna put on today is actually Original G802551 HAD. This is from the original cherry board. Zhazhang! And I must use some missing keys because I need to adjust it to ANSI. This isn't the sub-legend one, right? Yeah, not quite. I said it's mostly plain. It has some flair, like the control key has this blue legend, and the caps lock has this blue legend too, and Alt GR has some little extra bits and stuff. So in that sense, it has a little bit of flair. Also, I just realized I need to use a different F-row here, because this F-row is very low, so I'm not gonna use that. So in the G80 2551, the F-row is like 2 separate rows. It has F1 through 12 and then F13 through 24. So yeah, these are a bit fancy for fake TGR. This set R5? No, it's actually R4, I believe. If I recall correctly, it is R4, yeah. Which is exactly why, I mean, it is R4. You know, the 2551 set from CRP, that's why it's also R4. Because the original set is R4. Where's the OG board? Unfortunately, I don't have the OG board. I actually got the keycaps only from somebody, from a friend of mine. So they did not have the OG board. I think the OG board, I think it's actually with that particular person right now. They said that it was in a pretty like modified state. I mean, it was apparently like modified back in, whoopsie, not the right place. Back in like, I don't even know, years ago. But yeah. Hold on. I guess I'll just have to do this for the sake of row profiles. TGR Janet? That's a name. Okay, and then on the top, this is interesting. I guess I'll just roll with this. Yeah, and then missing keys. I'm gonna need a shift. Gonna need a pipe. And I'm gonna need an enter. Is F-row not R1? No, F-row is not the... So the F13 through 24 is R1, and then F1 through F12 is R2, I think. Let me double check, but I believe so, yes. Yeah, look. Yeah, R2. R0 rare? R0 definitely rare in the sense that there's not too many boards with it. Alright, let me get an F1 through F12 really quick. All right, Afro keys. What resin F13? I don't know. Let me pick. I'll pick something. Okay, let's see. Imagine the most copied TK on the hobby being an in-stock costing as much as the original? Yeah, seriously. Oh, okay, I think I know what I'm gonna go for. I think I'm gonna do the bongo on Escape. This very sweet Lettuce Ranger on F13. Alright. Let's do that. I'm gonna wait for that honking car to stop, but it's just a matter of time now. Oh, how nice is to have a USB-C port on a Jane. Oh, so nice. Alright, so still waiting for this car to stop. Okay, alright. Sound is back. Do you have your mic mounted on the side of your desk? Yeah, that's the furthest out I could put it without having a separate piece of furniture. Because I don't have another piece of furniture that fits in the width of the wall. So yeah, that's the furthest I can put it. So that's pretty much what I had to do. Another way I could do it is use like a... actually, there really isn't many other ways to mount it. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it does have a shock mount and a a boom arm, so it does isolate some of the noise from the desk from you know basically having to have things in between to when it's traveling there. So it does help, but yeah, I think sometimes you do hear a bit more of the desk noises. All right. So here we have our TGR Jane V2 ME. As you can see, this is currently mounted top mount because the O-ring's here. And today we have Cherry MX Browns with 2.5 grade 0 just on the sides. And some KLC switch dampeners. You spring swap these to I think 65 gram TX films. I mean TX springs, my bad. And right now we have some OG Cherry G82551 keycaps. Is this not focused? Not quite. There we go. That's better. Yeah, G82551 keycaps. I think this from like an 1800, but yeah. And then some GMK Missing Keys. All right, let's give it a try. Yep. Pretty nice. Alpha sound pretty good, but mods I think lacking. I literally pressed no mods. How do you know what the mods sound like? I have not pressed a singular modifier. Sounds like a keyboard. Sounds like Browns and nice keyboard to me, yeah. Browns on PC is very nice. Browns on Alu too, I do like. Anyway, all right, now here are the modifiers. You can hear them out. Spacebar. That's what it sounds like. How far is it from a CE version in terms of sound and feel? I guess we can compare if you really want. Oh wait, but I think my JMV2C is an O-ring, so we can change it to O-ring and try. How about that? Keyboard, how does it feel? I mean, it feels great. I mean, I think this is the standard JMV2 plate mounting. I actually do think I really like the full polycarb on this particular mounting. It feels so nice. I mean, browns on polycarb really just sound great. On alu, it's a little bit more of a sharper, kind of like more pronounced sound, but I do like how it kind of is like a nice soft sound on this. Really like how it sounds, that's for sure. It sounds really good with ABS keycaps in particular. I actually don't know what it might sound like with PBT, but maybe I'll give it a try some other time. But yes, I do have a C with carbon fiber plate, but let's switch these the mounting to O-ring. And are these rounds broken in? No. I just got them from Swagkeys. So yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and switch it over.
Muga chatting.
Hey Curry, thank you so much for the Prime. How you doing? All right. So spudger. So this time I have the thingy on this side. So just easily remove that. Oh god. Okay. Oh, this one's coming off, but it's fine. Boop. All right, and then screwdriver. Take these guys off first. Magnus is strongest Dalman's ability to win raffles. Dalman do be winning raffles. Pretty pug. Definitely don't like, kind of don't like the use of Magnus here. I don't mind it personally. I do think it looks pretty clean. I think it's really a preference from the designer, from what I heard. Like, I heard that UC wanted to use them, so that's why they went with it. But yeah, I mean, it does reduce the number of screws you have to deal with. Even though screws honestly are not that big of a deal, generally speaking. But yeah. Screwdriver for this. It's prone to error. I think the magnets lose their force over time. Sure, but how quickly do you think they will lose force over time? If you look up on Google, how quickly do strong magnets lose force over time? I think realistically in your lifetime it won't necessarily happen unless you're exposed to a very strong magnetic field that somehow does that. But otherwise, no, it won't really happen. A 100 years from now, damn, Jane play fell off, I want a refund. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, is it really gonna be an issue over time? It's 1% of force lost over 100 years. Yeah, there we go. And so it's not even like, it's not even the half-life of 100 years. 1%. Only a problem if you live in Hawkins, Indiana. Nice one. I need to actually finish that show. in the 80s. Okay. Where'd this magnet go? Did it stick somewhere? Stuck somewhere, right? Oh, here. Nope. Strong magnet. Gotta remove it for now. Hard magnets held onto the board. I think it's friction. Could be adhesive, but it shouldn't be too hard to put it back in. If you have adhesive, I mean, I have like super glue. I also have like other types of adhesive. I could probably use double-sided tape actually. Let me see. Double-sided tape. I think I do have some. Okay. I do have some double-sided tape, so we could try this. There we go. So put some double-sided tape on, put it on. How does a magnet stick to a tape? Just adhesive on that one. Just double-sided. Let's see. Magnets actually don't do work. If you took a physics class, you might know. That said, I was a physics major, so probably nerding out already. It's all magic. It might as well be. Maybe you can mix and match all Jane V2 parts and make one superior Jane, but that means you need to have a Jane V2 to begin with to have parts, right? So how does that happen? Magnets have a mana bar? MP? Credit card? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Alright. Now it is O-ring mounted. So let's plug this in for a sec. Okay, that works. Alright. Alrighty. So here we are now for O-ring mounted MX rounds on the polycarb plate. Same everything else. And yeah, let's give it a shot. Where's my typing sound? I mean typing testing here. Alright, here it is. Alright, here we go. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Scratch is so good. It's a nice scratch on these guys, actually. They sound great on polycarb. So that's what those sound like. Let's try the mods here. Decent amount of flex. Nice and soft, not overly soft. I think it's neither too rigid nor too soft, which is pretty nice. I think it's just the right amount of softness. Our browns are also nice on palm. I heard that they're nice on yeah, palm. I mean, pretty much nice on like plastics in general. I've heard. I can't say much about polypropylene. I haven't tried, but I have heard about palm, and they people do say that they're pretty nice on palm. Sounds like Tomo. Guess why? Spades are a bit brighter. Maybe side by side with the C. Yeah, okay, I can do that. All right, let me go get the. Or maybe I'll also get the scale while at it. weigh that as well. All right, so let's first weigh these out. So 0 out. Do it in grams, just so that you can do a conversion if you want. But all built, this is 2.35 kilograms. 2.35 kilograms. I think in pounds that's like 5 pounds ish. So 2.35. Pretty heavy. Pretty heavy, in my opinion. Here we have this is the JNV2CE. JNV2CE 2.4. Pretty much the same weight built. Pretty much the same weight built. So yeah. Pretty much the same weight as a JNV2CE. So whoever was denying because no internal brass weight or whatever, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. I can bring the JNV2, you can compare. Maybe I'll just bring the KFE round 1 here. KFE round 1 is also 2 kilograms, 300 grams lighter than the ME. And here the V2. This has more resin, explains the 50 gram. Yeah. And then here is the V2. Now compared to a Nono. Okay. Nono can be compared. So this is the JNV2, is significantly heavier, I would say. 500 grams. 2.9 kilograms. Basically 3 kilograms. So 3 kilograms-ish for the JNV2. Alright, so that's that. And then, to compare, Nono weighs 56 grams. The question is, does Ron weigh more than Nono? Ron weighs 94 grams. Ron, chunk boy. I would love to weigh JD, but it's impossible. Oh wait, oh no, there. 100 grams. Oh, it was off by 6 grams ish. 100 grams ish. It's about double the weight of Mr. Nono. Alright, so let's now, okay. So here I have JNV2 ME. So this is my JNV2CE. So my JNV2CE has MX browns, but they are, I actually don't know the source of the browns. There might be vintage. Unsure. I think they look like older browns. These were lubed with Krytox 106 or 107. I forget. It's on the typing test that I posted before. But yeah, so this is Krytox oil lubed, so it's going to sound different. This also has a carbon fiber plate. So there's that. But so yeah, so like maybe I'll just do this, right? Maybe I'll just do you know. Okay. Now swap. C pops a little more. I do think I would attribute that to the carbon fiber plate more so than the MX Browns. The carbon fiber plate definitely brings a bit more pop, a bit more emphasis to sound in general. At least in my observations, especially for tactiles, carbon fiber seems to bring a little bit more more emphasis to the sound. So yeah. .6mm in PCB and ME versus 1.2mm in CE. I don't remember the CE being 1.2mm because we didn't have shims or anything. Pretty sure I thought it was 1.6 as well. Yeah, pretty sure it's 1.6. Yeah. Alright, so that's what the CE sounds like. If you wanted to hear my Jane V2, here it is. This is the Jane V2. This one has MX Blacks 55 gram. And this is GMK True Olivetti. So, and this is a polycarbonate half plate, by the way. So that's very different. So yeah. So if you compare here, more or less, P halfway and what switches, these are retooled MX Blacks, I think, from back in the day. The ME sounds really good. Yeah. Of course, it is different, as you can see, the bottom. So I was going to just do this. Right here. Yeah. So everybody has different tastes, kind of. Yeah. But so yeah, ME, V2, CE. I think the halfway really gives it to the V2. Yeah, I mean, I really like the build on this. Also, this build I will never undo. This build is very personally precious to me. Yutzi built it, and so yeah, very meaningful to me. So I'll leave it alone. Like the SJ5302 more? Oh, you mean the bump-ons. The bump-ons. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, that's definitely different. The corners. The corners are different. Of course, the engravings aren't there. Like the TGR engraving isn't there in this case. So that's another one. 3M a little too low for these boards. I do agree with the 3M ones being pretty low. Because honestly, it sounds like it is just slamming on the desk. So there is a bit of that for sure. Identical build comparison when? That would take so long. I need to buy like 190 switches and do it and then lube them all the same way. Oh, that'll take so long. And then I also actually would have to get a polycarb plate for the JV2 as well as for the CE, because I don't think I have any. But yeah. So that's kind of most of it. Unless people had any other requests and whatnot. Can you use the ME build in the other boards? Yeah, I think you can use just so not the KFE because of the USB-C port. Pretty much anything that would have an F13 and a USB-C in this position would work. But so not it won't work in any of the older V2s because those have USB Mini B only. USB-C won't fit on that. Yeah. Yep, H88C format. Yes, because this is the MNK 88, which is basically like the H88, like the same, you know, A87 footprint with F13 and a USB-C port on top. Yes, on top. Which one will you keep if you can only keep between one, the CE and the ME? So, I would say it depends. Like, if I'm limited to colors, right? It's like if I'm limited to colors, if I really wanted a blackout kind of build, I really like the CE, like especially like I got it with the black weight, which is what I wanted. And so like I like the all murder out look a lot, right? It looks really good. But like silver looks spectacular as well. I mean, I do like this polished Toblerone really like a lot. I think it's like so iconic in a way. So that kind of, it's like tilting me over this way, and I do like the blue bottom on this, right? As far as functionality though, like the ME definitely edges on this in the sense that it does have a USB-C port. That's nice. It does have alignment pins as well, which is nice. Aligning the Jane V2 honestly is a bit of a chore, because you misalign it, you know, you can always like, you know, dent the bottom part, like, you know, the very sharp edges kind of like, you know, can get very easily like damaged, right? Or sometimes they just don't really quite fit perfectly because of the alignment. So the alignment pins, like the quality of life improvements on the ME, definitely functionally speaking, are so much better than the older versions, right? But the V2CE did come in only black, so if you really wanted a black keyboard, like this is really it, right? Do you think you'll bring it back in F12 format or nah? Me, never, because I don't make them. I don't make those decisions. But if Monokei will, maybe. They did say maybe in the future. I don't think it's going to be in the near future, but it will happen in some future, perhaps. So probably best directed at them. But I mean, they already said that maybe, so I'm assuming it might take a few releases or something like that. So we'll see. Definitely more demand for F13 usually. Nowadays, yes. It definitely is quite a bit of demand for F13 now. People do seem to enjoy it a lot. So just moving here. And then gonna show you guys the board up close, all built up. Blush pink backplate is gonna look so nice. Oh my god, pink and silver will look really good. Or even like blue and pink maybe. I don't know. There are some sweet combos that could be done. But yeah, blush pink backplate would be pretty cute. What if you go like vaporwave and do like the purple, like the royal purple and the blue? Something like that, kind of vaporwavy. I don't know. Alright, so here it is up close. This is the Jane V2ME. Is that your personal unit? I think I do get to keep it for a bit. I don't know yet. I'll confirm, but I do think I do get to keep it for now. Also helps that, you know, I can show it and stuff. Side profile is pretty much the same as before. There's a USB-C port, which looks very nice. Our classic Jane. I know that it's dirty now. Keep messing around with it, but here's the Jane. back weights here. And the bottom looks very clean. As blessed by RNG for the ME raffle. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, those will be shipping next week, I guess. There's a side profile for this with R4 bottom row, not R5 front. But yeah, pretty nice, right? Pretty nice. I really like it. I mean, it really isn't too much different from the previous iterations, but the quality of life improvements are pretty nice to have. Did they ever say unit count? I think they said 200 plus for the first raffle. So quite a few. But yeah. I'll probably keep this build as is for now. It sounds really good. I really like it. I'm probably gonna use it for a bit. So I'll probably keep it this way for now. And it is nice to have USB-C port here. Yeah. Okay, it is 4:37 p.m., which means I should probably get going soon. Just wanted to say thank you everyone for stopping by. Let's go check see who is currently if anybody's streaming really in keywords. I'm not sure if anybody is. I don't think anybody is. It is too early. Someone's doing like a Pomodoro thing. What is this? I see someone doing SC83. They only have one viewer. Should we just surprise them? They do daily keyword things, and they literally just went live earlier. So this might. Oh wait, did they go live 7 hours ago? What the f? I don't know what they're doing for 7 hours, but I guess that explains the one viewer. Let's go surprise them. Anyway, thank you again, everybody, for stopping by, and for, you know, hanging out. I'll see you guys on the next one. I think on the next stream, I'm probably gonna be building the doll, prototype from Ankit. And then, after that, I think I have some other builds scheduled, including the moment from JGW, but I'll keep you guys posted on that later on. And yeah. Tell him to flex his Switch breaking machines? Okay, sure. Sounds good. Oh, let's do that. Let's see. Let's say raid AC83 Miyago raid lightning raid. Show us your Switch break-in machines. Pog. Miyago notes. Alright, there is the raid message. Again, friends, thank you so much for stopping by. For those in the EU who managed to come in for today's stream, I'm sorry, first of all, that you don't get to see me as often live while you're still awake. It just happens to be that most of my schedule is like in the day and then at night I stream. So that'll normally be the case, but sometimes I'll have rarely like streams like this in the day, but it's definitely rare. Alright, friends. I'll see you guys later. Miyago frick. Okay. See you guys. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your evening. See ya.